Susan Close, Deputy Premier of South Australia, oversees the green energy transition today.
About 15 years ago, we were at 1% of our electricity production coming from renewable electricity, and now it's at nearly 75% and about to hit 100%. And that was an act of will. This isn't one of those things that happens because you hope that maybe people will choose to do. The government of the day decided that we had precious little coal, and we now have no functional coal, that we are a state that needs electricity, that needs to recognise the imperative of climate change, and that we would change the planning laws and change the investment opportunities in order to create this leadership role that we've now taken. We also are blessed with the natural resources of wind and sun. We are one of the very few places in the world that has so much wind and sun at the same time, which means that we're really able to take advantage of those forms of electricity production.
You've never seen it like that before. The restaurants are closed. It is empty. The trains have stopped. The lights are out. There's one.
Transition hasn't always been easy. In 2016, after South Australia had started the transition away from coal, the state experienced a series of blackouts due to a combination of factors, including high electricity demand, storms, and issues with the state's new power infrastructure. In response, with the help of Tesla, the state installed a massive battery storage system that's capable of storing excess energy produced by wind and solar and releasing it when it's needed. Now the state is looking into developing green hydrogen power.
It's very easy for us to forget that now because South Australians are so proud of what we've done. But at the time there was pushback both from people who felt that it would be unstable, and of course there is a challenge with the stability of the grid when you have intermittent sources like that, but also of course the people who at the time thought that wind farms were bad for the health and that it would alienate the landscape and so on. That's largely disappeared.
So in all of this, what role does something like the Adelaide Festival play?
Well, culture matters so much in how we approach climate change and the biodiversity crisis. We will only do it through harnessing technology because culturally we value addressing climate change and we value nature. This city, this state, is known as the festival state for a small population and one that was really founded on an industrial base. We're also extremely arty and extremely cultural, and we absolutely revel in March in having our festival, our fringe, Writers' Week, WOMAD, which is the festival of music and dance, and people just come out and celebrate what it is to be Australian, South Australian, and to be human. And what you find increasingly in those various festival forums is that people are asking the questions about how we address the future. How do we do this collectively? How do we celebrate diversity and therefore make us more unified? And how do we absolutely recognise that there is an existential threat to our way of life represented by climate change and biodiversity crisis, and that we can deal with it if we choose to. So art isn't there just to solve our problems. Art is there to make us feel larger and to celebrate and demonstrate joy. But I've noticed how much of art is really turning to those big questions and asking them in a variety of different ways.